a bit loud. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Stop. Yes! What a great day. This is the Ninja Swirl, one of the most viral food appliances in a very long time, but what stunned me is it's basically a Ninja Creami, which I absolutely love, but it's got a £150 attachment on the side. So I have my questions, I have my concerns. In fact, as an existing Ninja Creami owner, why can't I just get this attachment and shove it on the side? I can't. Is this even worth paying that amount to upgrade it? Is it actually gonna make decent soft serve? It's worth noting that this Platinum Silver is the cheaper version. For an extra £50, they do limited edition colour ones such as gold, a lime one, and even strawberry. But I think for now, we'll stick with this. Yep, so basically we are paying the extra money for this handle and this section here. And there are some different tubs, which I've already prepared yesterday. They're in the freezer right here. So you've got this soft serve button to activate that area. But if you're still using it as a Creami, the scoop kind of opens up all the options you've had before, such as frozen yogurt, milkshake sorbets, all that kind of stuff. And I know that will do the job. Yeah, and even this bit is exactly the same as the standard Creami, the lid, the paddle and all that stuff. It's basically a Creami, okay? I mean, one other thing to say, there is now this retract button, which apparently could be super useful for the soft serve. What else has it got? Oh yes, it's got a drip tray. So there we go, that's gonna be useful if we get drips, which I think inevitably with soft serve we might. Good job, I've got the drip tray, folks. Also given a little bit of allowance for user error, of course. Oh my gosh! So how are we gonna test it? Well, like I said, I don't wanna completely obliterate it by doing all those other modes. I know they will work. So in here, spoilers. 24 hours ago, as you'll see as we work our way through these, I actually made some ice cream base mixes. These are different tubs. The colors on there, it comes with 2, but to help with my testing today, I ordered another 4. Now, actually, these are the tubs for the Ninja Creami. So just to show you, the Ninja Creami would have these sort of feet with like indents like that. I was gonna say, if that fitted in there, that would be amazing. But basically the feet help it lock into place. Now these new ones have got the lid here that we take off, but also this bit here, which we'll see in a moment, and this effectively like a piping nozzle when you're sort of doing icing on a cake. Yeah, so basically if we don't undo that piping nozzle bit, because there is a thread on it, that can sit in there, and that is basically what is ice creamed. All right, let's quickly look at some reviews. On the Shark Ninja website, it's scored 4.6 out of 5 stars currently, and they do leave the 1 stars on there, although some of you guys have told me they sometimes disappear. But to be fair to it, even on Amazon, it's got 4.3 out of 5 stars. But these are legitimate reviews on the Ninja website from Mrs. Just Mrs. Absolutely amazing. I love that I can make healthy, high protein ice cream at home. The texture is perfect every time. It's much better than store-bought options. Great investment. Hopefully Mrs. means by great investment, not in years to come, instead of having a pension, she's just got an entire hall of swirl machines. A 1 star, an overpriced dispenser. Doesn't actually make ice cream. You still have to freeze your stuff in the freezer for 24 hours. This is pretty much a dispenser. Now I disagree with that. Unless you're an ice cream van, most ice cream makers have a bucket you've got to freeze anyway. There is an element of prep to this. What does he expect? You're actually going to buy someone to just make you ice cream on demand? Just go to a shop. It is a dispenser, but the Creami thing will help you make the ice cream once you've made the base mix. For me, that's not a very fair 1 star review, but what is, and you know it's going to be an interesting review when you've got a decibel reading as an image. So loud and not proper soft serve. Bought this hoping for quick and easy soft serve. It doesn't actually make true soft at all.
It's just a regular Creami with a massive extruder that just pushes the ice cream into shape.
Effectively, yeah, I'm agreeing with that's probably what it's going to do, right? You're paying over the odds just to have your ice cream shaped. I feel like I want to hack my Creami now. Maybe that's a follow-up. It also takes around 5 minutes of train-like screeching before it's ready for the squeeze. Ready for the squeeze. Love that. All in all, don't waste your money. Right, I already have. Because if you can't tell, this is not a sponsored video. So first up, let's just test that scoop mode and see if it does ice cream. I found an unofficial Ninja ice cream recipe here of a Häagen-Dazs style cookies and cream, which is one of my favorite things. So yesterday I made the base mix. So into a pan, I added some double cream, some condensed milk. Oh, look at that. 2 egg yolks. Look at these colors, that's amazing. Sugar, vanilla, and salt. Now it said just to shove that into a blender, but with the eggs being raw, I felt much more comfortable putting that onto a hob at just a low heat, stirring it gently, and once it coated the back of the spatula, it felt fine to carry on. All right, I'm happy with that. All right, first one in. So maybe it was in trouble with the police, that's right. It might have been maybe a touch custody more than it would have been with just doing the blender. But here it is, 24 hours later. Yeah, so I'm kind of in like familiar territory here. One thing I do like is all of this is like dishwasher safe. The paddle, by the way, just like the other Creami, it locks on like this. The lid is off, there is our base mix. So this literally will sit in there like so. Oh, that's nice and snug. This goes on, align it, clicky click, and that is ready to go. All right, let's plug it in. Are we gonna get that classic Ninja style-y noise? You know, actually I'm gonna put it here now before we get it. That noise. No? No, we're not. Scoop, ice cream. Maybe we'll get the noise at the end. Oh, if you're interested, a minute ago, because this is the cookies and cream, the recipe told me to make actual homemade Oreos I just bought from the shop and bash them up in a Ziploc bag, so it looked like this. I was very happy with them. It's a bit loud. All right, it's calmed down. Like that, genuinely, I'm not going to do a decibel comparison, but that is slightly louder than the creamy. The creamy's quiet. All right, it's definitely calming down. Are we going to get that noise? No! Oh, I wanted the Ninja noise. That's the only reason I bought this. So we take it out, and this is one thing I've learned, and you guys have helped me with that actually when I first got the creamy. I was a bit worried. Oh yes, that is fantastic. And there was someone actually on one of the reviews that said they had a creamy before and they found that they didn't need to respin so much. So sometimes if you get like quite a frosty mixture, there's a respin process in that allows you to go again and get a texture like that. But I'm really happy with that. Yeah, I must admit, I'm really impressed. I've always liked that about it, that and the creamy, how that locks in really, really well. I mean, you kind of want it to, you don't want it to be flying everywhere. But with it being cookies and cream, oh, look at that consistency. That's amazing. We just make a little gap. Oh, it's settling already. Oh, okay. Well, my plan was to part it. Oh, I'm gonna try this with 2 hands. I want to do the mixing thing, but I'm actually kind of helping it. Now, you're not really supposed to put chunks into the creamy. I found that out the hard way. But anyhow, we put this in and literally we just press the mix in button, which is gonna hopefully randomize up those crumbs to give us that Häagen-Dazs cookies and cream style consistency, which it should, right? I'm just worried it might be a little bit runny. Really missing that noise, Ninja. But I can live for a bad noise if the ice cream is good. Oh my word. I was a bit worried by the base mix, but that looks absolutely identical to the real stuff. That's amazing. Yeah, for reference, if I wasn't doing a video, I'd probably just be eating this straight out of the pot. And the cool thing is, of course, you can, oh gosh. Yeah, that's a little bit runny. It is holding, but that is not scoopable. It's more droopable. Ugh. But look, that is essentially now a cookies and cream puddle. Oh. Yeah, see that it, Yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel like Häagen-Dazs has got a reputation for being quite luxurious. That tastes like upgraded Häagen-Dazs. Oh, it's creamy, it's rich, it's velvety, and very, very Moorish. Oh, I'm just a little bit worried about the consistency, and actually heating those egg yolks, if anything, should have helped it. Right, so I'm gonna keep that in the freezer for another day. I'm gonna go wash me paddle, and we will move on to the next one. We're gonna start to use the swirl. It's a couple of days later. Today, I'm actually about to film a grilled cheese toaster follow-up, so if you're not subscribed already, please make sure you are. Ensure your notifications are turned on. If you're watching on the TV, scan the QR code. That should help you subscribe too. But honestly, this homemade cookies and cream ice cream, oh, I'm not sure if it was warm in those egg yolks. It is genuinely one of the nicest ice creams I have ever had, and that is all I've got left. Anyhow, back to the video. So now I want to do something with a little bit of colour. One of my favourite ice creams is blueberry, and plot twist, blueberry ice cream needs blueberries. Aren't blueberries one of the most awesome things to look at? So for the blueberry ice cream mix, we've got the washed blueberries there, some double cream, some whole milk. Really important to note that whole milk and double cream is all about the fat content that helps the ice cream. There's this whole ice cream theory that I learned in the Ben & Jerry's cookbook. It's quite interesting. Some icing sugar goes in next, along with some vanilla extract and some lemon juice. Now, if I don't just give this at least a bit of a courtesy stir, that icing sugar could go absolutely everywhere. This could look pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, look at that colour. And actually there are specks of blueberry in it that are slightly darker. I could sieve them out, but it's blueberry ice cream. We might as well keep them in there. Oh, look at you. In you go. I'm loving the specks on there. Yep, so that's been in the freezer 24 hours, but to enhance the blueberry-ness, I'm gonna make a quick sauce. Yep, so blueberries that have been washed. They're the leftovers from the pack that have been, well, hopefully ice creamed. Some sugar and a bit of water. Nice, nice, nice. And I am just, excuse me, Mr Swirl. Oh. I feel like Mr Swirl is the name of like some sort of ice cream. Oh, Mr Whippy, of course. Yeah, if you're interested, I'm just reducing that down and squishing the blueberries with the back of my spatula, but look at that colour. Yeah, look how much that's reduced down. I'll just put it to one side. I don't know if I'm actually gonna use the right cones for this, but I thought it'd be quite fun to actually buy a little ice cream stand. I mean, maybe it's somewhere I can stack my spatulas and stuff as well. I don't know if I'm gonna get that much use out of it with the warm weather in England, but I've got this just in case I need to prop something up. All right, that is quality. I've got my own little ice cream shop now. So then, shall we swirl? Yes. And I was worried about this because after about 12 hours, I didn't get the clip of it, but I was tilting it and it was still moving. And I was always skeptical about that because it does say to freeze it for 24 hours. But even I found with the creamy, if you do it for like even 15 hours, there's a massive difference in the consistency. Yeah, so I'm just checking here. We don't need to turn this nozzle just yet. At the moment, we just, oh yeah, that. Oh, that's solid. That still goes in here for now. Nice. Soft serve ice cream. 4 minutes. I tell you what, it is very, very loud. That is definitely louder than the creamy. And that's with these on. Wow. It just seems like a really angry machine. It does smell slightly like it's overheating, but I don't think it is. It's just very angry, like I say. Maybe it just knows what I've done to the creamy and it's worried. I'm not going to put soup in it, don't worry. Oh. All right, it is done. Now, I can see like marbling. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing colour. Yes. I don't know if my sauce is really going to pop against that. Oh, there you go. There you go. We have got a marbling. Maybe that's just where it hasn't scraped the sides. Sometimes that happens, but the body of it looks a really good colour. So here we go. We pull out the drip tray. Apparently this lid goes on, which is kind of like the thing that lets it swirl. This blue marker here should align with the blue marker there. So that goes on. Oh, it locks into place. Now, this is the final step. You see how it's on the close point there? If I just push that to open, there we go. So the ice cream is pointing upwards. This is literally it. We are ready to swirl. So I've got my sauce here ready. If we even get to that, I'll put that just out of sight. And if I've got this right, we literally just push this handle and it should start. It is. It's pushing like, is it? Oh my gosh, I need to stop this. You need to see, let's go. It auto retracted. So you understand what's happening. This is basically pushing the mix all the way down. So that is like airtight, locked to the edge of it. So it's all pushing through. Sorry, I know that was a bit of an anti-climax or an uncle climax, depending on your preference, but I wanted to show you that. Oh gosh. Oh. Yes. Can I get a little bit more? Can you just do it gently as well? Can you? Is it either on or off? That's what I want. You gotta. That's amazing. It's actually quite solid as well. And let me just see if I can get some of our sauce on there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, to be fair, that will do. That's incredible. Wow. To be fair, that is a fantastic consistency. I love blueberry ice cream, and that compared to our first one is solid, it's firm. It doesn't feel like it's gonna melt instantly. I've no doubt our Häagen-Dazs would have struggled with that, but look, that is, have a look at it. That is rigid. Okay, my shaping needs a little bit more work, but that's absolutely gorgeous. I'm really impressed by that. In fact, the retract button is flashing. This is what I wanted to show you. So watch this blue line, watch. It's retracted all the way back. And now you just close that back up, twist to release that off. This can come off and be washed, and then this can have the lid back on and go back in the freezer for another day. And for cleaning, even this nozzle bit does come off, by the way. Wow. And now I can't get it back on. Oh, there we go. But I only used a little bit. So there we go. Once it's made, there was that 1-star review. Oh, I got to make ice cream. But now you've made it, depending on how much you want, if you make the mix up to the max fill line, it's supposed to make up to 4 portions per tub, which based on that, that's a lot of ice cream. Now it would be good to do loads of different colors of soft serve, including like frozen yogurt, things like that. But what I really want to do, and it's kind of like on the effort review here, I want to do 4 different types of soft serve to see if there's any different, which tastes the best, and actually if you can make this as hassle-free as possible. Also, as you probably noticed, the earmuffs are staying. That is still the real negative right now. So the first soft serve we're gonna try is Ninja's own recipe. So for this one, some sugar, some vanilla pudding mix, some whole milk, double cream, and some vanilla extract got mixed together and combined. I wasn't sure what soft serve mix was gonna look like, but I feel like that's pretty much it. I mean, it looks pretty pale, doesn't it? Okay, so my high-tech labeling system. This is Ninja's one. And that is our first soft serve. Yep, so out of the, oh my gosh, that is welded on there. Out of all of these soft serve recipes, this is, oh look, that is extremely firm. Oh, frosty as well. This is the one that's definitely the most effort. All right, I feel like we're becoming experts at this now. Slightly thicker consistency than before. That's locked on there. Click it into place, slide that to up. I've got more of a standard cone. I think, is it a cornet? They didn't have them in the supermarket. Like, I don't know what it is with ice cream cones. They vary so much. I could have got gourmet like waffle ones, but that's still a standard shape there. But that is also shrinkflation visually. I remember these being like twice the size, but I've also got a flag. Proper nostalgia here. And also, I'm loving this handle. Doesn't matter how much you push it, it just either turns it on or off, unfortunately, because I'd love a bit more control there. But is it worth? Oh my gosh. Can we can't ease it off, can we? Oh my god, no! Okay, stop. Flake in there. Look at that. I'm quite impressed by that. Let's just try this. I want to put sauce on it. I might in a second for another one, but this is all about testing the effort of these different methods, okay? Ooh, that is lovely, but it does taste a little bit of milk. Like, I can't explain it. There's like a more sweetness, a depth, a creaminess normally to a soft serve ice cream in the UK. It's absolutely fine. It's just a touch on the icy side, and I'm missing the vanilla notes. Yeah. Flake and 99 and some strawberry sauce. Proper nostalgia, look. Wow, what a great day. Yeah, so all in all, not the worst start, absolutely passable. Now something a little bit easier. This is a packet powdered mix that I used yesterday. You basically add water to it and it makes the mix that you just need to freeze up. Really, really simple. So this one, it's saying we can actually pour the mixture in here and whisk it directly in there, but there are some indents in there that are slightly sunken, so that is, no pun intended, well, pun intended, yes, a whiskey step. So let's do it here. A bowl, the powder. Oh my gosh, that's loads. Wow. Actually smells like an ice cream van. Although I've just looked at the ingredients and like whey powder is obviously in here, and it's way cheaper than that protein powder that I used recently. Imagine that. There's like a life hack. Instead of buying protein powder, you just go and buy like ice cream powdered van mix. Let's whisk this here. Yeah, it smells very sweet. It's slightly foaming as well, but that's dissolved nicely. All right, there we go. Look. Can you see? There is a bit of a thickness to that. There's a lot of air in it. Fantastic. Powder. Nice. Now there's kind of 2 versions that ice cream vans use, and that is one of them. The other, well, we're gonna do in a minute. And there it is. Interestingly got like a little bit of a 2 color tone to it. I hope the powder hasn't sort of separated or something. Oh wow, look at the air bubbles. Not sure you can see that, but there's actual frozen air bubbles on the surface. See, this one actually feels a bit heavier. Oh my gosh, that's so much creamier. Look. I guess this isn't what it's like to run an ice cream van, but I'm having fun. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something, my drip tray. There is like a very constant rattling noise. I'm kind of getting used to that. Here it comes. Ooh. No. You cannot stop the pace of it coming out, which you can with a commercial ice cream maker, which actually I can order. Maybe that's a future video. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. But the consistency of this, there's a slight gloss, there's a slight shine to it. Oh, that is, well, again, I'm gonna reference it, some of you guys might not get it. Mr Whippy, proper classic soft serve swirly, 99 with a flake. That is it. That is literally the stuff. However, there's even easier ones. The one thing I will say though about this, it's been like a minute and this is already starting to droop and it's not really that warm in this room. Don't get me wrong, if you're in England on a hot summer day, that does tend to happen a little bit. I feel like it's got a bit more stability normally. Either that or a seagull will just swoop down and get it. The flavour is perfect, but the actual consistency is so similar to our homemade Häagen-Dazs cookies and cream one earlier with that sort of richness. It's really good, and that is pretty much perfect. If you think that was easy, this next one is quite similar to the ice cream van thing. And in fact, a lot of ice cream vans do use a pre-bought mix, ready to go, you just pour straight in. However, this one is a touch more luxurious. Actually, just as I put the lid back on this powdered one, although it was very good in taste, it is pretty much droopy already, so we need to keep it cold. What's so good about Jersey cows? You see them everywhere. Well, I don't see them everywhere because I don't live in Jersey, but you see it on ice creams and stuff in the UK quite common. It's like, oh, luxurious. Oh, that smells way creamier than that powdered mix. Much, much smoother. Oh, I think this could be the real deal, you know. Look how smooth that is. That is slightly sort of like creamy vibes, but the scent is 100% creamy. But of course, this isn't a creamy, is it? No, this is a swirl. Down you go. I was gonna write Jersey, but we'll just call it mix. Mix lick. Okay. Sorry, I've just got to do this. Oh my God, that smells like condensed milk actually. Well, that's nice. Initial thoughts are, I think this could be the best one. Yep, so this mix has been in the freezer overnight. How simple were those steps? But Jersey cows, effectively butterfat is all about ice cream. The more in there that you get, like I was talking about earlier with full fat cream, full fat milk, the creamier basically the ice cream will be. But this sort of mix that you've just seen, ice cream vans will have something like that, but it might be more of a commercial, cheaper version, whereas some more luxurious vans might use something like it. I mean, basically because it's like it costs a small fortune, come on. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that even looks fattier, doesn't it? That is very, very firm too. It could almost be crossed with custard, but let's keep going. Because again, this, you know, you've not added any water, mix it together. You've just poured it out of a carton. And what the heck am I doing? Because we've not churned it yet. All right, it's calmed down a bit now, but a minute ago, it's like going like crazy. This must be some strong milk. See? Sounded like it was trying to escape. You know, I've had a few disappointments we've mentioned about, but that beep, I'm still missing it. Oh, okay, that looks insane. And how easy was that? Literally just pour a carton in. Here we go. Oh, that is, that is an ice cream. Come on, there you go. Look at that. That is almost perfect. I mean, that just warrants a flake in it immediately. Look, that's brilliant. I think this is gonna be amazing. It's very cold. Okay, that is not the stuff that they use. That is gourmet. It's creamy. There's depth to it. There's an exceptional richness. And of course, why not? Why not? Of course, why not? Oh, I live quite by the sea, and mentally right now, I'm walking along the beach, eating this ice cream. That is a gourmet one. Very cool. All right, I literally just wanted to test this. I have left this. Oh my gosh! Oh, I feel like a bird's just pooed on me. It must have been an air bubble or something. I've left it for like 10 minutes and it's still rigid. Look at it. I don't know if it's got concrete in it. Yeah, good job I've got the drip tray, folks. Okay, one other problem. This is not coming out. What is going on? Oh my God, I think it's stuck. How is that even possible? Oh no. Make sure you retract it first. There you go. Get back in there, mate. Okay, that is much easier. Okay, there's a little few things that you need to remember to do, but I'm kind of liking it. Time for the last one, which is possibly the most easiest, flavorful, and flexible. Yes, for this last one, if you want to just creamy it, you can use any ice cream you want, but if you want soft serve, it must be a smooth one. You can go and buy a store-bought ice cream and turn it into soft serve. Oh, look at this. It's like a gigantic ice cream bucket. Just dump it straight in. That's amazing. Oh, that seems like such less effort. And I'm just gonna call this tub, because I can't spell Häagen-Dazs that well. I mean, that fitted in, oh, so well. Look, it's like almost neat and tidy. And now that we know that pusher does, we could have just dumped it in and it would have pushed it through. It would have done the work for us, basically. I feel like a Temu Princess Leia with these on. I will say, this one, obviously it's like manufactured ice cream made in bulk, exceptionally smooth, no rattling this time, it's delicate. I feel like it's actually enjoyed churning that. Oh my word, look at that. Another fantastic consistency. Okay, I think this is good. And how easy was this? Your favorite ice cream. Remember, there's specks of vanilla pod in the Häagen-Dazs. We've like churned it through again. Oh. Oh. My gosh. Oh. That might be my best yet. Look at that. I was so confident there, I didn't even use my drip tray. That is holding. There is definitely something going into these commercial mixes, isn't there, to hold them longer. Again, it looks like someone sort of sat on their lap crossing their arms and legs. But that is great. That's what I want. But now we've swirled it, will it still taste like Häagen-Dazs, or will like the nostalgia kick in? Let's have a go. Ooh, oh, no, that is Häagen-Dazs. Of course it is. I just wasn't sure if this would like mentally trigger me to be like, oh, this is from an ice cream van. It's lovely, but it is exceptionally a step up. The difference there is the vanilla. It is strong. I can still kind of taste the sense of it like in my mouth. It's gorgeous. That is good, but it is softening by the second. This one though is definitely the easiest to shape, 100%. Yes! I'm just making a load now. Oh, when you run out of ice cream, I wanted to just see what it does. It basically starts retracting fully all the way back. So I got 3.5 ice creams out of a tub of Häagen-Dazs. And just a little top tip, just trying to keep these nice and cold. Oh. Get yourself a bigger freezer, Barry. Okay, so when it comes to the soft serve, I think it kind of worked with like the budget and the effort as well. I was really surprised that recipe wasn't so good. That mix with the water, absolute clone, perfect. But then with the more richness and the butteriness, it made it more gourmet. So I'll leave it up to you. I really wanted to test this. A lot of you guys asked me to do it, and this was just my version today. I kind of do want to do a follow-up where I show you all the features, but for me, it was all about that swirl. And you know, with the blueberry ice cream like we saw, we proved that it can do the ice cream with the creamy function at the start. If you already have a creamy, it's a little bit expensive to just suddenly get that just for that functionality. If you don't have one, I think it's really, really fun. I don't like that it doesn't hold the temperature there, but if they added that feature in, like the slushy, it would be more expensive. And of course, also, I wasn't a fan of the noise. Things that I liked, the simplicity of it. Once, you know, I made a couple of mistakes, but once I know that, I wouldn't do it again. And also that it's dishwasher safe. I mean, it's fairly bulky. It's not the sort of thing you want on your countertop all the time, but I actually kind of like it. It was all about that swirl function. Maybe I do a follow-up against there are cheaper versions of these available. I could even compare it to like a McDonald's ice cream or even an ice cream van ice cream. So let me know if that does interest you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.